Welcome of UFC Unlimited Fight Channel.
Coming up next, a UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champ.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated. If you can do that, you can do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 178 pounds. Awesome! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? All right, you ready?
All right, so here we go. The weight and the height gives way to the action right here on one side. Maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter, taking on arguably the biggest submission threat in this division.
Because he's such a great submission grappler, I believe that this is the most dangerous fight for him in the division.
Wow.
He needs to maintain his space, stay away from this guy at all costs, and force him to stand up with him.
Nice punch there by Lee. And they separate. All right, first round is underway here. We say in mixed martial arts, it's one thing to have the reach advantage. It's another thing to use it. We'll see if he can get that jab going tonight.
He has got to fight tall. He's got to stay at range, use his length to give his opponent problems, trying to bring the fight into a closer distance.
And now he's got the tie clinch. And they separate. Single collar tie now.
Oh, big elbow.
All right, so there's the early takedown. Pretty evident, DC, that he wants to get this fight to the ground, and he was certainly able to do so there.
He felt like he had a massive advantage in the wrestling, and if he attempted takedowns, he would secure him. Let's see what he does from this position.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
And he landed the right hand there.
Let's go. Let's go. Finish this, guys. Come on.
Effective punch there by Lee. Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination there.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
Lands with a right hand. How good is that right hand? Got the single collar tie.
He changes the angle, finds the right spot to land that punch to the head from the clinch.
And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
Oh, collar tie. Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard. Every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. When you find yourself in this situation, what do you do to get out of it?
Anytime it's very tough, anytime you're chest to chest, you have nowhere to go, I think to myself, underhook. Whoever's winning the underhook is winning the clinch battle.
Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, big knee.
That knee hurt him. He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep.
Oh! Bone on bone as the head kick lands flush.
He better get those hands up or he's gonna put him to sleep.
Right hand upstairs.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Oh, big head kick there. Oh! 15 seconds remain in the round. Whoa! Both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position. And what a round! All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes, and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body, until he makes some sort of adjustment.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's given his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Oh, that right hand is on point. Combination lands for him. He is really putting his strikes together tonight.
I mean, he's feeling himself tonight, John. He's doing a great job of putting everything together.
Oh! Oh! Nice job to land the kick to the body there by Lee.
Great punch landed with so much power. He just hurt him with a left hook, yep.
Right punches there. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Beautiful kick.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. Lee's knee to the body is blocked. Whiffs on that offering.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, connects with the 1-2. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round 2. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. And they separate.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Big head kick. Oh, straight right. Oh, a little single collar tie there. And they separate. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook, that's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man, let this guy have the whole thing.
Single collar tie now. And there comes the separation now.
Oh, nice right hand. Nice punch lands over the top.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Oh, nice job to slip off the center line there. His head movement has been a huge, huge factor defensively in this fight.
You can never be a stationary target.
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, big left. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great timing to land that punch. I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
And they separate. Just unable to quite find that range.
Huge knee land.
30 seconds to go in round 2.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this?
Oh!
Oh, nice high kick.
Big knee to the body. Oh! What a round.
You won that last round. He was all over you. You did better than that. Come on now, let's shake it out. Let's get back in there. Let's get back to the game plan. Hands high, Work behind.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the highlights. He has had his kicking game going early and often tonight.
I mean, on point, right? He knew that this was going to be a way for him to take control of this fight. He's used those kicks to really put him out ahead, and I'm not sure if his opponent has the ability to adjust and stop him from landing these over and over.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick, and watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
Out of range with that one.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't... Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Whoa! Back to the feet. Lee gets caught with that punch.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Leg kick after leg kick after leg kick.
Oh, that kick is good by Lee.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He has certainly found his range on the feet.
I mean, when you don't check, you're going to continue to get blasted.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight. Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one. Oh, nice.
Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind up, no tell, just a brutal kick.
Well, at this point, he's got to be way up on the judges' scorecards, clearly winning the fight, and largely has gotten it done with his striking tonight.
He got it done with his strikes. He fought well behind the jab, but it was significant strikes that really did make an impact on the judge's mind. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, a nice punch out of the break there after he had caught the leg. So he is really starting to put it all together now and clearly seems to have found the timing of his opponent. Huge block there. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting him up now.
Left hand punch from the clinch. He lands a switch knee.
Timing his shot.
Oh! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. Oh!
Nice body kick right under the elbow.
Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, nice job to land the knee there by the taller fighter, and I think I just heard Daniel Cormier say, I wish I was a little bit taller. You're a baller, though, DC.
Beautiful head kick.
Well, it's been a kick-heavy approach so far, but it has worked out for him, DC. Another nice combination, largely of kicks.
Kick, 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 kick. Until you stop it, he's going to continue to blast those shins into every part of your body. Oh, that's a nice strike. Caught the kick.
Lee's kick to the body is blocked.
Oh, nice right there. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Now he's got the Muay Thai plug.
Liver kick.
Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. Oh, strong punch there by Lee. Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. Oh, you gotta like the output here. So aggressive with the strikes, he continues to light him up. Gotta be careful here not to gas out, of course, but you gotta like the offense we're seeing from him, especially in this round. And that one was heavy. What a fight so far. All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that, but when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Nice strike.
How about that chin? Oh, lands another punch there. Not a mean guy. He's just doing the smart thing.
Oh, he has to be attacking that cut, John. I mean, if he's not, then he's doing his opponent a favor. Attack that cut. Make him pay for it.
And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Oh, man, it's a hard.
He's got him hurt here.
He's getting lit up right now, John.
Just out of range with that left hook.
Big leg kick lands.
Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch. Lee gets hit with a kick. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Takedown defense holds up.
Big head kick lands. Nice body kick.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Going back to his patented kicks here, but unable to find the target there. Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses.
Oh, big punch land.
Went for the inside leg kick. And both guys really throwing with authority.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Under 2 minutes to go in the round. Single collar tie now.
Left hand punch in the clinch. Beautiful leg kick thrown. Look at the angle of that nice body kick. Big liver kick lands under the elbow. Nice looping punch.
Less than a minute to go in the round. Oh, a huge block there. Oh, lands a stiff punch there. Nice connection.
Oh, nice land.
.30 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, and yet another knee finds the target. So a huge moment here. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Right under the elbow, the body kick lands.
Got the single collar tie. Knee is blocked. Lee gets the tie clinch here.
Nice punch lands over the top. Oh, nice.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so a huge round for him there. Nearly had him out of there with the head kick. Did get the knockdown. Talk us through the replay.
He got the knockdown. He won the round. He did everything correct. The only thing he didn't do is finish the fight. But if he continues down the path, if he continues to do the exact same thing as he did before, he will get that finish.
Fifth and final round. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Checks the leg kick.
Nice kick.
Man, the body work really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side. Oh, man, his leg kicks are outstanding, and you saw a great example of that just there.
And you see his opponent starting to slow down. He cannot take many of those kicks.
Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere. He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose.
Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Misses with the left hook.
Big kick lands.
Lands flush with that right hand.
Big knee lands to the body. Great punch.
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. Oh, and that is it. Referee has seen enough, and maybe so have we. Your winner by TKO.
That was a great performance. Way to land those strikes and go and chase down the finish when you get an opportunity.
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to really wear down his opponent so that he can get his hand raised.
And here once more with the official decision is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 1 second of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knockout for him to get this win in style tonight.
He did everything he needed to do to find the knockout. Now he can celebrate with his family and friends as they earn this spectacular victory.
What is perfect now?